Hey guys, it's Julia, that Hoppet Chick, and I'm doing In My Mailbox, which is hosted by Christy over at the Story Siren. And this week, I went to Borders, the Borders near my house, or actually it's not the one near my house, since the one near my house isn't closing, thank God. We went to two other ones that were, kind of close to my house, and I picked up some books there, and I think it's really funny, because I bought books from Borders when it's only 30% off, but I wouldn't buy books from Borders with a 40% off coupon. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, gosh, I'm dumb. But, oh well, what's done is done. So yeah, the first book I bought is All in Quiet Things by Anna Jarzab. This was one of my favorite reads of 2010. It's just, super awesome. It's about a girl who gets murdered, and then her ex-boyfriend and her cousin team up together to solve her murder. The mystery of her murder. So yeah, it's super awesome. And the cover is, really intriguing. You have to do, a double take, because first you look at it and you're like, oh, how nice, there's a girl lying in the grass, and then you're like, oh, wait, the girl is dead. Which is kind of creepy, but yeah, that's what makes it so wonderful. And it also has, dual narrative, because it goes from, the guy's point of view to the girl's point of view, back and forth, and I love dual narrative. I'm a very big fan of that. So, All in Quiet Things by Anna Jarzab. And then, I also finally bought a copy of Across the Universe by Beth Revis. I'm so happy that I got a copy of this. I love this book so much. And the cover's so gorgeous, and I love how they had, the Amy cover, and then the Elder cover. So cool. Very good idea. Except for that, I don't know if it's because they have the two covers, but this book, more than any other book ever, always wants to fall out of its slipcover. It's so unless you grab this thing by, with, the death grip, it's gonna start, falling. Like that. Yeah, see, I fail. Excuse me while I put my book cover back on. Yeah. That's why you do hold this book with the death grip, so that doesn't happen. Does that happen with your guys' copies? Yeah, so that's the one drawback to this book. But it's still amazing. Yeah, I love it so much. And then I also won a copy of The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. I won this from Hope Junkie, a wonderful blogger. Thank you so much. This book is amazing, but it's also super, super depressing. I have a hard time recommending it just because it's so darn depressing. But it's so good. The story is so powerful. But yeah, the narrator, keeps on telling you all the bad stuff that's going to happen is, this person dies, and this person never gets their kiss, or something like that. But then, it always tells you before it happens, but you're like, maybe it's just me, I'm living in denial. And I'm like, no, it can't happen. Oh, wait, it just did. So yeah, but I was kind of mad at this book when I finished it, just because it was so darn depressing, but it's still an awesome book. So, you should pick it up. If you like World War II stories, and you aren't too afraid of being depressed out of your mind, read it. And then I also won from Kimberly Durting, the awesome author of The Body Finder and Desires of the Dead. She was having a March Madness giveaway, and I won a copy of Sean Griswold's Head by Lindsay Levitt, and I also got a fun little Sean Griswold's Head bookmark, which is signed by Lindsay Levitt. I don't know if you can see it there. And she also signed the book. Yay! It's actually really funny because, under normal circumstances, I would never own a copy of this book, and I would probably, if I hadn't, started blogging and, read all sorts of reviews about it and stuff, I would never normally pick this book up from the library, because I'd see it and think, cheesy romance. So I find it really ironic that I own a copy. But the premise is actually really interesting. It's, or really funny, I think, because it's, about this girl named Peyton, and her, guidance counselor, says, you need a focus object. And so she's like, okay, my focus object is Sean Griswold's head, the guy who sits in front of me in class. And I'm like, that's not at all creepy. Yeah, and I don't know, people really like the cover of this book, because they're like, Sean Griswold looks dreamy. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the cover, just because, I don't like blonde guys. I like dark-haired guys. And so I'm like, I'm sorry, Sean Griswold, but your head is doing nothing for me. You're blonde. Yeah, I just don't like blonde guys. I just don't think they're attractive, except for Alex Pettifer. He's the only blonde who can get away with being attractive. And it's really only his British accent that's saving him, quite honestly, or in my opinion. He was cuter when he was younger. But anyway, yeah, it's super funny because she has to do all these, like, focus exercises about his head, I guess, or about him, which is kind of creepy. And then it's like, see, Peyton's focus exercise topic, 5 senses of Sean. And then, it's, like, super hilarious, but then it gets really creepy at the bottom here because it's like, touch. His hair looks so soft. Maybe it's time I rub it. I'm like, you are such a creeper! Who just thinks that? I don't know, like, I know lots of girls have this whole thing with, like, rubbing guys' hair, but I've never gotten that, like, ugh, what if they haven't showered? I don't know. So I'm like, don't think about rubbing his head. That's creepy. So yeah, but, oh, I'm still excited to read it, because it still sounds funny, and I've read really good reviews on it, so yeah. And then Kimberly Durting also sent me a Desires of the Dead, like, little postcardy thing, and it says, Julia, enjoying, congrats, Kim, yeah, so, that's cool. And she also sent me, I was so excited when I saw this, like, super gorgeous, I was like, hey, she signed it, it's a bookmark, it's a Desires of the Dead bookmark, and look at that, it's shiny, like, it's so pretty. I am in love with this bookmark so much. It's like, I just like shiny things, I think, because I'm just like, I can't get over how shiny it is. I just think it's so cool. So thank you, Kimberly Durting, for sending me this awesome stuff. And then, I also picked up Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows from the library. And I still haven't read Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, but, I still picked this up, because I was like, why not? I'm at the library, I'll pick up a copy, because they have, like, 5 sitting on their shelf. So yeah, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I'm kind of trying to draw out me reading the series here at the last 2 books, because it's like, I don't want it to end, and, I don't want to go into, like, Harry Potter withdrawal. Yet, at least. So yeah, that's the stuff I got this week. What did you guys get?